Today is Sunday, May 8th, which is Mother's Day. For me, this is often a day where I reflect on judgment, judgment of self, judgment of other. My relationship with my mother when I was younger was one where I felt very judged. And that brings up a lot of insecurities, inadequacies in the self. And so many years ago, when I started working on and working through it, one of the things, and this was an uncomfortable truth that I realized, was that the judgment I felt, I was also putting out in the world. And so it's very common, and I've definitely done this, where you have this idea, we hold this idea of our parents, I did for sure, and we wish our parents were that which they are not. We wish that they were more loving, more supportive, more understanding, that they got us more, that they were more, I don't know, savvy on the internet, or if they were more with the times, or they understood things, and they didn't make awkward social or cultural comments, that they were just generally different or better. But I think it's a bit of a cycle, that cycle of judgment. We wish others are different than they actually are, and we also then receive that, and none of us like receiving that, but yet consciously or unconsciously we sort of still play into this. And I remember when I realized where I was in judgment of my mother, and this certainly applies to fathers as well. It applies to every person, but the parental unit is certainly an intimate, interesting one, because these are the people you've known since birth. And a lot of our relationships that we develop between us and our mother and us and our father, whether they're alive today, whether we liked them, didn't like them, whether there was abuse, trauma, neglect, or whether it was just an amazing, awesome relationship, it certainly has a lot of impact in how we relate to other people, how we even relate to wealth and money, how we relate to our identity, how we show up, how we express in the world. So it is a very, whether we like it or not, these are the people that we came from. And either we live it, accept it, and we just honor it with pride, or we resist it, fight it, bury it. Regardless, this is a path, a part of who we are and a part of our path to honor. And so back to judgment, I realized that for myself, I sort of took it in and then gave it back. And so when the time came for me to heal my relationship with really everything, but specifically with my mother, I really had to choose consciously to allow her to be exactly who she was in the moment, and to allow then the person she was 10, 20, 30 years ago when I was growing up to just be that. And so often when we think back to our past, we think to the nice, positive, happy moments, or we think back to the bad ones and we wish it were different, we wish it were better, we wish we were different and better, or someone else. The past has a really powerful medicine, whether you do ancestral work or whether you're simply reminiscing, because it is what it is. It's sort of done in a way, and whatever good, bad, neutral, horrible, amazing things happened, it has brought us to the now moment. And the now moment is where we can access and connect to our wise one. The now moment is our only moment. And it is here that we make those changes, adjustments, choices, decisions, and so on and so forth that impact every aspect of our lives. So again, whether we like or relate, or however we like or relate to our mothers and our fathers or our parents and our family unit, there's a big invitation today, I think, and I don't say this simply because it's Mother's Day, according to Hallmark or whoever decided that it was Mother's Day. The spirit of spring, the month of May is actually, I find even like astrologically and through a lot of the past, like it's in many ways, it is connected to the spirit of mother, whether you yourself are a mother or a parent, or whether it's and actually if you are, it sort of goes both ways, because then you are someone's mother and you have a relationship with yours. So the invitation today is to go a little bit deeper into what mothering, whether it's your biological mother, whether it's the earth mother, whether it's the food you're eating, any aspect of mother and nurturing that is available to you today. To go in a little bit deeper and ask ourselves, where can we rest in that beautiful, nurturing, blossoming, evolving spirit of the divine mother, of the earth mother, of perhaps our biological mothers, or another person in our life that, was a mother figure or mother symbol to us. Where can we hold that for ourselves? Where can we hold that for people around us? And where can we allow ourselves to, without judgment and without resistance, allow our natural inner blossoming to come forth, to show up in a new and different way, so that as we walk through the rest of the spring and the summer season, we are more held in our own consciousness, in our own hearts, minds, bodies, souls, and spirits, with our own relationship to our parents, to everything. And can we find a path that is more accepting for ourselves and honoring of our journey? So that's the invitation today. So whether you've spent today, and you didn't even know it was Mother's Day, or, you did the flowers and the cookies and you went and saw your mom, whether you have a feeling of, despair, trauma, apathy, or you have a feeling of connection and love, regardless of what it is, this is more about how we relate to the spirit of the, the divine mother, the biological mother within. What are those memories? Allow them to rise. And if they're good and if they're unpleasant, they rise for our acknowledgement. And sometimes, even if we have the best relationship with our moms, there might be times when we had a fight or something like that, and something got stuck for some reason. And so in allowing it to rise, we allow it to, so almost like digging out roots of a plant that is diseased or a plant that isn't doing that well. And you pull it out and you get to inspect this root. You get to apply, whatever medicine to the soil, to the plant itself. You get to cut back or repot or replant it. There's so many more choices to make. And so working with parental relationships within the self is a lot like working with our roots, rather than the branches and the flowers and the leaves, like the parts that are above the surface. So now we get a chance today and for the rest of the month of May, actually, to look beneath the surface, to see what the roots actually are. Where are we dried and shriveled up? Where are we closed off? Where are we waterlogged with these emotions and this baggage from our past that isn't really serving us? And it's causing us to have, diseased leaves and expression, and we're not flowering. So this is a time and an invitation to look at those roots and allow our own soul, spirit, mind, effort, connection, love, nurturing into our root system, into our relationship with whatever mother means to us. And really, however deep you want to go, there's a big chance, there's a big opportunity to redefine what that is and what that means. And if you are someone who, doesn't have children, or your mom's not alive, the work to me is still important, because the energy of mother is really that energy of creation. And so maybe you are not creating children, maybe you're creating projects or businesses, maybe you're redefining, your money and your wealth, but these energies play in. If you've ever taken a yoga class, or you have a basic understanding of how the chakra system works, our need to survive, our need to be loved, and the need for money, security, all that sits in the root. And our roots is where our elimination and our sex organs are. So this is the I am space of our body, of our being, of our soul. And it's energetically connected to that body part, those areas, the portal through which we come into the world. And so these are very deeply linked. And so that is the invitation today. Enjoy your time with your mothers, or the spirit of mother or mothering, however you choose to do it today. I will leave you with that. Have a great day.